Ciao cara amici, dear friends. Welcome to my little Italian kitchen. I wanted to unpack my bounty of delicious items that I got from the Testaccio Farmers Market. Coming up on the 6th, just a couple days from now, is World Carbonara Day. And today was just a marvelous time to be buying fresh pasta. So they take the sheets of pasta and run it through a machine to make spaghetti. And when you're at the deli counter saying, I want some guanciale for a carbonara, people inevitably put their 2 cents in on what your carbonara recipe should be. So they love their traditions here, and I love that they love their culture. I was advised, strongly advised, I'll tell you, by the man next to me, no onions in carbonara, no onions. And it was like, okay, so what are the ingredients? And it's spaghetti, eggs, guanciale, and Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino. You can use your choice. I said Parmigiano, and he goes, Parmigiano, of course. So I'm going to show you some of the fresh pasta and other items that I bought today, just because I have at least one fan of our experience over here, and I want to make sure that I share that with her. So let's take a look. In this bag, I believe I have the fresh pasta. Fresh pasta from the Fresh Pasta Store is just made with farina e uova, flour and eggs. That's it. And they wrap it up in paper and use Scotch tape, and that's how they send it home with you. I'm going to save it. On World Carbonara Day, I'm going to post the unveiling of the fresh spaghetti and the whole process for making homemade carbonara. So we've got spaghetti. I also made sure that I got some other pasta as well. Oh, and this is a bag from the local forno or bakery. And the bakery, let's see if we can share some of these very traditional Italian cookies. They come plain or dipped in cioccolata. So that's super fun. What else did I get in here? Here's the traditional ones with cioccolata. Those happen to be my husband's favorites, mi marito. And we got 2 of the tiniest little breakfast buns. These have little tiny pieces of chocolate in them as well, and they are delightful with a little bit of butter first thing in the morning. Burro, butter. What's this? Oh, these are for our lunch. These are those braids that you might have seen on some of our plates that also have prosciutto and olives and other cheeses. These are braids. Happen to get one with con noci, with walnuts, and one con zucchini, which is with zucchini, of course. Okay. It's nice that zucchini is an Italian word, and we use that as well. These are my favorite cookies. They're called strudellini, and they've got whole pumpkin seeds and other seeds, and then just a nice little layer of jam in them, and that jam is different flavors. So that was the forno. You saw some of the pasta shop. The rest of the pasta shop is in here, and we got some cannelloni. Let me see. Yeah. And they wrap the cannelloni up like this, and it is the easiest thing to put together. It's all fresh sheets of pasta stuffed with some ground meat, and you throw some passata, pomodoris passata, which is this very flavorful, fresh flavored tomato sauce. Oh, it's so good. And then I got some gnocchetti, which is very, very small gnocchi. so that when you throw it into the water, the boiling water, it only takes a minute or two to then float back up to the top, which is how you know gnocchi is done. So, all right, so that is the pasta. Now, the other items that we got, both red and green lettuce, which will make salad. It's warm and it's spring here, and everything's in bloom. As we walked to the farmer's market, there was wisteria in bloom. There were these trees with the most vibrant little violet colored buds. I take my own containers to get the farm fresh eggs. These are special eggs. These are eggs that Italians usually only use for making fresh pasta, the farina e uova. I've spoiled, so I'm eating these expensive, highly nutritious eggs for breakfast every morning. And you know, it's probably shameful, but oh my gosh, so worth it, so good. And I know they're so healthy. Like in Germany, eggs are not stored in the refrigerator. They're stored out on the shelves, of course, because I cannot abandon my American sensibilities. They go in the fridge. So, but they don't have to. That's the important thing. Don't have to. So, these eggs, I hate to admit it to you, you're gonna die. They are €1 a piece. That means they're about $1.15 a piece. I know. But instead of being penny wise and neglect the very best for my health, I'm going to not be pound foolish. I'll be penny foolish and pound wise. Seedless cucumber. Just the regular sweet potatoes, right? What else did we get? Actually, it was a pretty light trip. I'm gonna make some fresh lemon meringue pie. So I got these beautiful lemons so that you can use fresh lemon juice instead of a box mix. I like everything from scratch, as you know. Small rosa patata, so red potatoes, just like what we're used to having for Easter in the States, except from the farm stand from lovely, lovely people. These are the most tasty zucchinis. They're very light, they're pale, but the flavor is just over the top. Love those. So I'm buying those until I can't buy them anymore. And then the other thing that's interesting, granted they're kind of small, the last couple weeks I've gotten them larger. These are very expensive tomatoes. They have 15 different types of tomatoes at the farm stand right now, and many of them half the cost. But my little Nona that's there, she directs me to everything that is the most buona. And so I try them. Doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it the next time. I tried these tomatoes and they are unlike anything I've had in the United States. The flavor is just pow in your mouth. It is amazing. So well worth the €8 a kilo. I know. But again, for your health, you want things that are not only beautiful and packed with nutrients, also seasonal, grown locally, but you want them to be delightful, right? You want to really taste the difference. And these are worth the €8 per kilo. You taste the difference. For instance, they're so flavorful, I can saute up some Swiss chard and some spinach, throw in one of these wedged up, and maybe cut down a little bit more than wedges, and it flavors the entire pan of saute. Put in a little sea salt. That's it. Sea salt, olive oil, Swiss chard, spinach, and one of these. And I mean, out of this world. And then toss it over the gnocchetti. Quick, healthy, easy, amazing. And then, of course, as long as I can get oranges from Sicily, and I'm going to show you the little tag on them. These arancia, oh my gosh, they are amazing. Juicy, super, super flavorful. And what's interesting is you can cut off one end and it looks like a perfectly regular color of orange, and you cut off the other end and it's dark red, almost black. And I'll tell you, they're well worth whatever I'm paying for them. I don't know what I'm paying. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to know. Or I could use maybe these hands. Oh, I wish I knew what I was paying for these, but I think they're well worth it. I went to the regular Italian grocery store as well. And, oh wait, this was from the deli. Let's side, before we go to the regular grocery store, this is the deli where I got the guanciale for carbonara day, which I'm going to shoot for you and show you. These are the best sweet olives. I used to always hate olives with pits, but now these are so meaty and sweet and delightful. I just don't want any other kind of olive. I'm willing to work around the pit. So that's why I always have these and always put them on our lunch plate. Fresh mozzarella out of the bowl. They just have a big bowl with this mozzarella water with these fresh buffalo mozzarella floating in there. I had to try it just to see why all the Italians were buying it this way instead of prepackaged. And I get it. I'm a believer. Again, the flavor. It's the flavor. It also is quite a reasonable cost. So sometimes you can be reasonable and choose the better flavor. And then as well, we got the prosciutto di Parma from the same deli. They slice it right there in front of you. And then the bresaola, which is very lean beef. Oh, again, I just feel incredibly blessed. In fact, I am incredibly blessed. So, regular grocery store, I like to have backup pasta because fresh pasta does get old. I mean, if it was in my refrigerator long enough to get old, it would get old. It would get moldy. So we want to always have a backup, especially in times of pandemic and any other uncertainties that are there. You've really got to have a good pantry, and dried pasta is part of that. The next thing that is crucial is a very flavorful tomato paste. There's so much you can do with it, from putting it on focaccia to pizza dough to using it in your sauces. It needs to be in your pantry. You have to have it. It's becoming more readily available in the United States, and as the tariff situation gets sorted out a little bit better, more of the quality Italian foods will be available. So look for them. They're worth the extra effort. Now this farina is flour, just wheat flour like you're used to. This tipo 00, this means this is about the equivalent of unbleached flour, just a regular flour. This is what they use for pasta. Be this with those fabulous eggs, and you'd have your fresh pasta. You can see in one of my first episodes of my Italian kitchen how to make handmade pasta. I'll be honest with you, I'm not an entertaining cook when I'm cooking. It's a little boring, but you really do get the process when you watch that. Okay, so yogurt, and this is the same brand that I bought in Germany. Pocket coffees, and these, I thought, maybe these are, I don't know what they are. I tried them. They have inside this liquid espresso. Yes. Oh, I am telling you. And, you know, I'm a coffee lover and I love coffee any way I can get it. That's one of my favorite ways. Love anything with nocciola, which is hazelnuts, or when I was growing up, we called them filberts, and they sell marvelous. Of course, this is Swiss Lindt. Get this in the States all day long. What else do we have here? Is there anything you might be interested in? Oh, did a little side trip into a little boutique. Bought some socks that are made with bamboo. Highly recommend bamboo socks. I didn't know. I thought, maybe this is just a gimmick. It's not. It's really a very comfortable sock, and they sell them, of course, by size here. That's one thing I do appreciate about Europe. You know that I love coffee. My second love is socks. I love a sock that fits, that's well crafted, and you can get those over here in Europe easily. A little harder to find in the US. And I hope all of that changes with our buy US made and buy back, you know, or buy US, whatever the new slogan is for the same concept. Buy local, right? That's what we need to do. We need to buy local. This is for polenta, as you can read there. I know that you can read. And I've been buying it in kind of pre-made bricks that you can slice and just throw in the frying pan. I have decided I want to make it from scratch and do a little different preparation with it. So, farina. And what else do we have that you might be interested in? They sell, of course, a million different types of olive oil, and I do find that I'm going through olive oil rapidly here. It's about the only oil I use. I do sometimes use sunflower oil over here when I'm making granola. But other than that, I have switched over, and of course the cold pressed, and the price, you would not believe. It's just, you know, it's great, it's healthy. Anyway, thank you so much for enjoying my farmers market finds today. I hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing with you on World Carbonara Day.